Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular Review.
Thank you all for clicking on our faces.
New flag with all that.
Okay, so I wrote down some notes.
Let's do that. I don't want to sit too hard. That's twice. That'll probably go over about as well as Colonel Dippy.
Because there was no Jay White site.
Okay, just straight up gangbanging. This story has been fit. You gotta pay attention.
So Unpopular Review does not. What is you the CEO of, Chris? Jesus, golly. Let's start the show.
What is going on, guys? It's another Wednesday night. You know what that means. Got another UPR review of Dynamite. I am one of your co-hosts, Dan the Man, along with Venomous Vincent. And
Deuces!
Jeez Louise, this guy's already giving me a headache.
Let's go!
Yeah, let's go.
We're gonna get it going, guys.
Yeah, we were just having a pretty interesting conversation over here
It's
backstage.
showtime.
Yeah, it's showtime. Yeah, it's showtime.
Interesting. You want to bring it up? No. I think we should bring it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring it up. Go ahead.
No. But listen, hey, there is a special person. Before we bring the special person on, no, this person is not coming on.
Why? Who's not coming on? Who's a special person? Who are we talking about?
I can't disclose that. But I don't know if they're ready yet. But let's just start the show, and if they want to pop in, they can. Let's before we get in, man, let's talk about real quick. Let's spend a whole lot of time, but let's talk about NXT last night. Me, you, and EC went, and David Sanderson and Ron, UPR's own Ron from NXT Review Show was there with us. It was actually a good show. I mean, it was jam packed. I know Dan didn't like it. It was cool to see the Bloodline live. It was cool to see Pete Dunne wrestle again. Rich Holland was there. Jordan Grace made an appearance. It was a solid show.
No, it wasn't.
Way better than tonight's AEW show.
No, don't do that.
But
don't do that.
Way better.
No. Vince, at 9:00, you were over here looking at me saying, Jesus, another hour of this crap.
Yeah, because that stupid match was on. I didn't want to watch it.
No, Vince. It was long. It dragged out. Okay? It wasn't good. Stop saying it was good. It wasn't
pretty good.
Bad. It wasn't bad. All right, I'll give you that. But listen,
you know what helped though?
You were on my shit list. So
why? I made it to the show.
I know.
So how on the shit list?
When aren't you?
You know what would be on your shit list if we brought Mad Dog to the NXT Performance Center to sit next to you and watch AEW.
We need to have Mad Dog. Definitely have Mad Dog.
Yeah, we need to have Mad Dog do an AEW or NXT review show with the Wrestling Doll.
Should we?
Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
You think that's a good idea?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, all right. Well, maybe. You know, there's a lot on my mind right now. A lot of just craziness, a lot of stupidity, a lot of people just being absolutely stupid. I'm sorry?
What?
So, you're going to have to forgive me because I'm going to be a little extra spicy today. Ooh, yeah.
Like that?
People, individuals contradict themselves and, things like it. It's a little frustrating.
I go through it all the time, Dan. I know how it feels.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But let's go ahead and let's talk about the absolute shit show last night. That was the state of our country. Um, oh boy, there's not going to be any eating of your pets here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We will be very professional, and we're going to get right on point here. We're going to talk some AEW wrestling, and Vince, I'm gonna be honest with you. NXT is not on the level of AEW, and we need to stop pretending like it is.
I mean, it's not. I'll give you that. I think AEW's problem is they cram too much into 2 hours. The referees don't count or follow the rules, and there's too many people on the roster and not enough time for them to wrestle.
Okay.
Those three things being said, I feel like both WWE and AEW have the same problem. They keep people contracted knowing that they're not going to give them time. So why waste the money? Why not let them go?
Well,
if you can't fit them in the roster, why not let them go?
Well, they need a job, number one.
It doesn't matter.
Two,
I have 5 people that need jobs. That doesn't mean I'm going to fucking hire them.
why? I mean, here's the if you
For
have
what reason?
If you have the capabilities and you can use them, why would you not hire them?
Because I'm not going to waste my money. It's more money for me.
But you have the ability and the use for them. Why would you not hire them?
I don't know. I don't have the use for them. That's the problem.
Okay, so then yeah, you don't hire them.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you with AEW. There's no use for a lot of these. There's no use for a lot of these guys. I'm telling you, if you go one by one down the AEW roster, there's probably about 50 to 60 people that are not being used every week.
But Vince, keep this in mind. All right. What is it that is, do you watch all of AEW programming? Because I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. I do not.
What?
I do not. Every week I don't watch, because you have Dynamite, you have Rampage, and you have Collision, and then there are
new show coming on too.
And they have apparently all these rumors about Shockwave, which could be happening on Fox Sports 1, as well as supposedly the Warner Brothers Discovery deal is 99% done. AEW will be moving over to Max Streaming as well with their content.
I thought it was Fox.
Well, so apparently there is a Warner Brothers Discovery deal in place, and but it won't be exclusive to Warner Brothers Discovery. They also have the ability to be on other networks, which is how Fox has crept into the race. Apparently Fox has a lot of content, a lot of ads right now, and they don't really have a place to kind of put it. So there's a big focus on, after losing WWE, to gain in AEW. Who knows if it's going to happen? What's going on, Jeff?
I'm just going to say this. Another thing I should have mentioned, the fourth reason why I think AEW is fucking things up right now is they have like 13 titles. No other company has 13 titles. You don't need 13 titles.
Who has 13 titles? Who hurt you, Vince? Who hurt you?
Count the titles. There's too many. You don't need a Continental, international, a fucking trios, a tag team.
You don't like the Continental breakfast? Come on, dude. It's the best part of the hotel.
The Continental breakfast.
This guy.
All right, mother lover.
Mother lover. You're a special guy. Look at this. He should be watching because he is supposed to be hosting Collision. Can somebody tell me what Post is? Is this like a Post Malone? Like, what does Post mean?
Post Malone.
He is. He's supposed to be. Post to be. I don't know what that means. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dive into this monstrosity that was tonight. Oh boy, Vince, you ready for this?
Yeah.
You look it.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to play you in Madden, kick your ass.
Oh, dude, you're never gonna smoke me in Madden. I literally walked you like you were my puppy dog bitch.
It was my
It
first time
was
playing the new Madden. Come on, give me some credit.
oh, okay. Yeah, because one Madden's not like the next. You're a special guy, Vince. All
All
right.
right.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump right into this. So tonight was a very interesting episode. There was a lot that happened, a lot that kind of went down. Um, we're coming off of a pretty intense all out pay-per-view. A lot of things really kind of shifted the landscape in AEW. We had the Blackpool Combat Club turning on the AEW World Champion Bryan Danielson, as well as we had a absolutely insane uh, lights out steel cage bout with Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, which let me tell you, I have not seen a match like that since ECW. These guys beat the ever living crap out of each other. There were cinder blocks, there were syringes, there was steel chairs, there was all sorts of just havoc that was happening in this match. And I'm going to tell you, maybe I'm a sicko, but I actually enjoyed it. Even though it was an app, like at times you could say, and I'm not even going to argue with the person that would say this is mud show wrestling, because it's not your typical mainstream type of deal, but it's also, this is something that can only work when you can build a feud long enough and actually have it believable to the point where two guys hate each other. And I think it's safe to say that Swerve and Hangman hate each other. And I think that's the most successful feud that AEW has pulled off so far in their 5 years. But there we go, Jeff. That was an unprotected chair shot. It really wasn't. It was a gimmick chair. I mean, as soon as it hit, it broke. I mean, that was nowhere. The worst chair shot that I've ever seen was the one that Cody took to the skull. That was absolutely insane. Uh, I mean, you could maybe even argue the Mankind from the Undertaker one, but or the Rock. But what's up?
No, that was pretty stiff. I was saying.
Which one? The Cody chair shot?
No, the Mankind one.
Dude, I don't know, man. I was at the event in Daytona back in like 2019 when Cody just like literally took a steel chair right to the dome from Sean Spears, and I think that the place about lost their mind. It was just utter disbelief because I've never seen a steel chair connect like that with somebody's head. And I mean, and I watched the Attitude Era. That's how insane that was. I mean, do you remember that?
No.
Well, you're missing out. Oh, look at this guy. He starts off on fire and starts yawning. What a joke. What the hell's wrong with you? Unbelievable. All right, so we start off the night right here. We have pretty interesting card that's kind of run down. Advertised John Moxley. He's going to talk about his actions, turning on Bryan Danielson. We have a tag team casino gauntlet. We have Mariah May and Queen Aminata, Jack Perry and Leo Rush, as well as Sammy Guevara and Ricochet. So it's a pretty decent card tonight. Does anything on that card, did it have you kind of excited for anything? Were you looking forward to any
not
of it?
as good as NXT last night, but I mean it was close.
Jeez.
I'm fucking with you, Dan.
Vince, I don't even know what to say to you. I don't.
I think that Sammy Guevara and Ricochet match was trash. I think Ricochet went very, very. I think Ricochet, since Ricochet's moved over to AEW, he's not the same Ricochet, and I feel like a lot of his like those kicks that he was giving Sammy Guevara were weak. They were weak, very weak. You could hear them. They were not even full force. They were like it was like he was just play kicking them. Trash.
Vince, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't.
And I don't think, I don't think Sammy Guevara was the same Sammy Guevara. Like, he's not wrestling the same as he was. Like, he's not his moves are not on like they were before, where they were just over the top. It's sad. I don't know if these guys just don't want to get hurt no more. It's like, if you don't want to get hurt, just stop wrestling.
So, I mean, I think that was probably the best match of the night, though.
Oh God, here we go.
I mean, I'm not alone here in this thinking. You had two guys that could really kind of go at it. They both are young. They both are skilled. They have some high flying abilities.
They didn't do it. There are a couple spots that were, but I still think it was a little weak.
What was weak about it, Vince? What was weak about it? Tell me what was weak.
I already told you. I think Ricochet's kicks were very weak. I don't think
you think his kicks were weak. That's it. His kicks were weak.
I don't think the energy in the match was to be expected. Ricochet does not wrestle the same after he left WWE. It's not the same Ricochet.
The guy has been gone for 3 weeks. What do you want?
I want him to be on his game.
Are you okay?
No, I'm just being honest. Come on, Jeff. It was weak.
I don't. Yeah, no. Jeff understands.
What was
good?
Are you saying his kicks were loud? Because I'm telling you this right now. Go back and
I think he's talking about the chair shot.
Oh, okay. Because those kicks were not loud.
But he's doing the same moves that he was in WWE 100%.
Bullshit.
Vince does not watch.
Go back and bro. Hold on. I guarantee you, both you and Dan, go back and watch the first couple matches in NXT. Okay, go watch his feud with the Velveteen Dream. Okay, there's been nobody that does a flip from the ring to the fucking entrance. It will never happen again. Second of all,
hold on, see,
he is not the same Ricochet.
AEW was enjoyable, but questionable. That's fine. That's fair. Storyline with Moxley is very intriguing, though. It is very intriguing.
I just think Moxley's a bum.
Everyone's a bum, Vince. Everyone's a bum.
He's coming back. He's a bum. It just doesn't make any. Like, he was gone for so long. Now you want me to now all of a sudden you're going to give this guy a title shot? Like, what the fuck?
Everyone's a bum.
Why are we giving this guy a title shot when he was gone for, I don't know what, 2-3 months maybe?
What's wrong with giving him a title shot?
Because he didn't deserve it. You walk in expecting a title shot? Not even Ricochet did that.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
No.
Vinny might need to go back on Cloud 9 and come back to Earth.
Listen, you guys, you both are not watching the same show, because if you are, you're watching trash. Sorry, you're watching trash.
Oh, I guess we're watching trash. I guess we like the trash. All right. So, since we're not going in order, apparently.
Hold on. What does he agree with?
Ricochet does end up beating Sammy Guevara.
Then I agree with Vinny. We're watching trash, Jeff? Yeah, look. About Ricochet. He's not the same Ricochet.
Yeah, I do think that it's fair to say Moxley he can be over Seth Rollins. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Oh yeah. Jeff even agrees. Moxley comes back, he gets a title shot. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my gosh, Moxley's
a bum.
He's one of the most entertaining people in the company.
Entertaining what?
Dude, he is literally the purveyor of violence.
Yeah, okay. Listen, if I want an ECW, I'll go back and watch the old tapes.
Okay, well, why would you do that when you can literally live in the moment?
Because there is no moment, okay?
There is a moment. It's called right now, you goon.
Yeah, he comes back for one night. Was he going to be gone for the next and playing fucking cards with the grandmother? He's always gone. He's never there.
He's always playing cards.
He's never there.
Just because you go play Rum Jimmy with yours, it's okay. That's all right. With Moxley and Marina. That's a good question. It seems to me that they have a very interesting kind of thing going on here. I don't know if this is going to have a...
Oh, that was Marina Tucker? I mean, Marina Shafir.
Yeah.
God, man, they turned her into a fucking model.
I mean, yeah, she changed her whole
Cleaned
entire
up a little
look.
bit, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I
She don't
haven't
look like
really
a man
seen
no
her
more.
wrestle lately though.
Yeah, she's crap. She's like Jake. Never mind. Not even gonna say 'cause you're gonna make fun of me.
Go ahead. She's like, who?
Jake Cardigan.
Jade. Who's Jade? Jade Cardigan. That's close. That's fine. Um, all right. So the first match of the night was Jack Perry against Lio Rush for the TNT title. Um, Lio Rush, I'm going to tell you, this guy is entertaining, but he's so small that when Jack Perry is like towering over you, it's criminal to me. It's absolutely criminal. Can you explain to me how Jack Perry literally looked like a giant tonight?
Because Ricochet, I mean Ricochet, Lio Rush is that small, and
I
Jack
know.
Perry's small too, but Lio Rush is smaller than Jack Perry.
Correct.
I tell you
And
what, his Spanish flies look great tonight.
that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. No,
Yeah, they
he's got
look
a good
really
frog
good.
splash. He's got a good Spanish fly. He's got some pretty good moves. And Lio Rush, I don't think Lio Rush's moveset has ever been in question. It's his attitude, apparently, has
I mean, let's
been.
talk about this Perry arriving in the bus. What's this whole bus thing?
I mean, man's got a bus. Can he have a bus?
No,
Why
for
not?
what?
Why not?
Uh,
What's wrong with that?
it just didn't look good.
Nothing ever looks good for you, Vince.
Yeah,
Why is nothing ever good?
because I expect more out of everybody.
So, what did you think of this match, though?
I think for what it was, I enjoyed it. I think Lio Rush really kept the ball going. I do think Jack Perry, because he's changed his persona, I don't think he's as high flying and as athletic as he was before. And that could be because he's wearing jeans. And when you're wearing jeans, there's a lot of things you can't do. So I do believe that when he was actual Jungle Boy, he had a lot better moveset. So if it wasn't for Lio Rush taking over the whole spotlight with his movesets, this match would have been shit, but it was actually a decent match.
I mean, it was a pretty good match. Leo definitely can perform. I think Jack Perry is still figuring out. He's more entertaining now than he was as the Jungle Boy, though. And
Oh,
I
come
never
on,
really thought he was
please.
going to be able to live down that Jungle Boy, gimmick.
Dude, he
The
had a
Jungle Boy
great
gimmick
match.
was,
He had a great match with Kenny Omega and Jacksonville.
but Jungle Boy as a character is never going to be a world champion.
Of course, so if you're talking like that, he's not going to. You're right.
I know I'm right.
But
When am I wrong, Vince?
he's never going to win it. He's not championship material. He's too
Well, there
small.
you go. No one is championship material to you.
Well, they made Rey Mysterio a champion. I don't think he deserved to have the championship.
He absolutely deserved it. What was wrong with Rey Mysterio?
Come on. He's what, 5'6"?
5 foot.
He can't even. He doesn't. He can't even touch the top rope, bro.
So what does that have to do with anything? The
He
guy
bounced
was
off the second
the
rope.
first mainstream high flyer.
Mainstream high flyer.
Yeah.
So all the other ones that were WCW weren't mainstream.
Did you watch ECW?
Yeah. Also, Psychosis was there.
Okay.
Juventud Guerrero was there.
How are those guys mainstream? The world knows who. You go ask some lady down the street, who's Rey Mysterio? Pretty good shot she's gonna know who Rey Mysterio is. Go ask her who Psychosis is. She's gonna look at you like you're Psychosis.
I would know who Psychosis is.
Yeah, you, Vince.
Juventud Guerrero.
People don't know who they are unless
What
you
about
watch
Eddie Guerrero?
ECW and WCW.
Eddie Guerrero was in ECW.
Oh, but he wasn't mainstream until he went to WCW and then he went over to WWE. What are you not understanding about this, Vince? Mainstream. Mainstream. Do you understand? Oh my gosh. Your attitude is like it's a reflection of how you're trying to hold on to your hairline.
Oh boy, let's move on from this and go into the next match. I think we've already talked about this match a little bit.
We did. What we didn't talk about though is when the show did kick off, there was a very interesting little promo, and that was with Moxley talking about how egos are running out of control in AEW and how he wants to make a change. So, I think we're still leading up to the Shane McMahon debut here. It's got to be Shane McMahon, right?
Why? What are we wasting our time with Shane McMahon for? Can somebody tell me what this is about? This is a joke.
What do you mean?
This is like waiting for Bruce Pritchard to show up as fucking Brother Love. What are we waiting for? What is he gonna do? Is he gonna change the wrestling world? Is he gonna buy the company? He's not a wrestler. He's a pretender. He's just as good, if not better, than Logan Paul. That's what I compare him to.
So you wouldn't want Logan Paul in your company?
Fuck no.
So the guy who literally is arguably the most popular streaming social media personality.
For what? What does he do?
He has his little podcast and his talk show.
Yeah, exactly. And all these, and here's the problem. All these little kitty people fucking watch his loser ass. And they think he's fucking funny and talented. My left pinky has more talent than freaking Logan Paul.
But not that hairline.
Not the hairline.
Damn right, not that hairline.
It just doesn't make any sense why these people are popular. Like, why are these people getting fucking contracts?
But
what is Shane McMahon gonna do for AEW? Please, somebody tell me what is Shane McMahon gonna do?
I mean, besides the fact that it would be such a mass win for a 5-year-old company to bring in Shane McMahon, an actual McMahon. You're bringing in a McMahon into your fold. That has, no matter what, that's almost like a legitimize. It's legitimizing your product at that point. It's saying this is a real company. We literally went and got a McMahon to come join us.
Does anybody care about McMahon anymore, knowing that he's a fucking sex?
I mean, here's the thing. You can think whatever you want about Vince McMahon or whatever, but you still can't take away from the fact of what he accomplished. And there's nothing you'll ever be able to take away from that. He made pro wrestling into what it is today. And
Shane did?
No, Vince.
Oh, Vince. Okay,
but Shane was such a integral part of the Attitude Era of the past 10 years.
He had one good match with Kurt Angle?
He had more than one good match. I mean, he's done a lot of just he was a personality. He was the boss's kid, and he was a pretty decent character. I mean, come on, the mean streets of Greenwich, Connecticut, the Mean Street Posse. Come on, and nobody took that serious. Nobody took that serious, and that's why it was hilarious. That's why it was. I mean, come on, but that's what it was.
All right, he's a former, European champion. Okay,
He's a former European champion.
Let's be honest. Did that championship really matter to anybody?
What, Vince? Every time you say "let's be honest," it makes me think that you're lying. Like so much. Previously.
Lying about what? It just didn't mean anything.
Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest.
It doesn't mean anything.
But
the European Championship. It barely went to Europe to defend it. Why have a title if you're not going to defend it in another country?
I don't know.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me ask, what do you think of Christian Cage being the contract holder for a AEW title shot at any time he chooses.
I think it's a joke.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's a joke. He's not this. He's definitely not the same Christian Cade we saw on TNA, hopping off ladders and doing movesets. It's just, I don't know. I am a firm believer that these guys that go away and come back, trying to be the character they were, 7 to 10 years, it doesn't work for me. It's like watching a movie that was 35 years old and now we're going to make a remake, and you're expecting the cast to come back and do the same thing they did 35 years ago. It's not going to work. It's no good.
Well, if you pay him enough, they might. That's how it works, You gotta pay. You gotta pay. Pay for what you want.
Yeah, that's the problem with the world.
Is it though?
I mean, I think so.
I don't know if it's the problem, but that's fine. So let me ask you, how long is it going to take for Darby Allin and Jon Moxley to have their face off?
I mean, he accepted it tonight, so not long at all.
Right, but what I'm saying is, what do you think the outcome is going to be?
Oh, I think it's going to be a brutal match. I mean, these guys are. I'd be very surprised if they didn't make this match like a hardcore match, and they're throwing tacks and skateboards and all kinds of shit, letting each other on fire. Like,
I don't think we're going to get that.
I feel like these two guys, if they don't make it a no disqualification death match or whatever, I don't think it's going to be that good of a match. You're putting two people in there that both wrestle like they're in ECW. And that's what people want to see. They want to see these two guys go at it and kick the shit out of each other with no rules.
Okay. That's fair. That's how you feel, Vince.
That's how I feel.
Good for you. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the next bout of the night. We have Mariah May against Queen Aminata. What was your take on this?
I don't really know Queen Aminata very well. So I don't really have a take on her. She didn't look bad. Mariah May, I feel like they're turning her into a superstar, and we knew some way or another she was going to break away from Toni Storm and become her own character.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I feel like now that the whole storyline with her and Toni Storm is gone, I don't feel like they have anything for her. Like they're just giving her random people to face for the title. Like there's nothing else that I could say that's going to set up another storyline.
You really think
it's kind of like Cody Rhodes. Like there's nothing for Cody. Like
okay.
you can give Cody any story you want, but the biggest story that Cody had was with Roman, and now it's gone.
I mean, I can see where you're going with that.
You can't. Not everybody can hold a character after a great storyline. There are very slim people that can do it. I feel like Charlotte is one of those characters that could, no matter who she fought, no matter who she wrestled, it was the storyline that made her who she is. She's a great talker on the mic. I can't say the same thing for Mariah May. She's not bad, but she's no Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
What's up, Charmaine? What's going on?
I mean, I don't think anyone really thought Queen Aminata was Charlotte Flair.
No. I'm talking about with Mariah May. Like, they're making.
It's going to take some time.
I know it's going to take some time. I get it.
But she's really one of the most impressive competitors that they have right now.
No, she is. You're right. But here's the thing: they're focusing more on Willow Nightingale and Statlander more so than the actual AEW Women's Champion. Like that's a problem to me when you're taking two women that don't have titles and the one holds some no smo title that we don't even know what the hell it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the AEW Women's Champion over here facing people that nobody gives a shit about. There's a problem. And the problem is they don't know how to book her.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if that's how you feel.
Why not put her up against Willow Nightingale? Why not put her up against Statlander? I mean, how many more matches are you going to do with these two women? Like,
well, because they still apparently feel they have a story to tell.
Well, that's a problem. That's a problem with Tony Khan. He doesn't know when the story can end. He keeps it going. It's like a fat guy. You give him all you can eat but fat, he's going to keep eating. Eventually, you have to kick him the fuck out.
Are you going to be the one to do that?
No, because I don't like the face.
Oof, that's not what I heard.
You've heard wrong, my friend.
All right, guys, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Like, I cannot think that Dom, who's recently married, his wife is okay with him slobbing on, Liv Morgan, right? I can't. Oh, Liv is all over. She's calling the man daddy. She's calling what happens when a woman call you daddy. You already know somebody call you daddy, what that means, right? He's simping over Rhea. He's dying to take her to Waffle House. It's cheap, but it's good. It's cheap, but it's good. Just like those IHOP pancakes right now. All you can eat $5 right now. That's a perfect date. If y'all like breakfast food, that's a perfect date. If I'm Buddy Matthews and I got Oos hawking over my woman, hey, Rhea, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. I got to do a phone check because these Samoans, they some handsome some bitches. You don't want them damn tribal tattoos? If I was a woman, give me a Uso. Give me a Uso. Give me a Roman. Them some handsome some bitches. The woman is posting in that man's shirts. He's googly eyes over her. She's starting to get googly eyed over him. She starts saying the yeet, licking her tongue out at him, batting her eyelids, wearing her pants a little bit too tight. When is too far? Y'all cross the lines. We seen it before. What? Macho Man? Huh? Macho Man did Lex Luger? Huh? Did Hogan do something with Queen Elizabeth? We'll never know. Maybe. Edge, Lita. Who else? Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Angle. This ain't too far off. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
That was pretty interesting.
That is the Z is silent. You can check him out for the SmackDown Penitentiary every Saturday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern time, right here on the UPR network. That man always holds it down. He always has a conversation.
He was preaching.
He always preaches. He preaches.
Z said Z put it down, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Z was putting it down. My dog literally put it down. I'll give him that.
And he ain't lying about them pancakes. Some $5 pancakes. That's a great date. That's a great date. $5 pancake at International Waffle House, IHOP.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. Coming on in. Let's go.
Let's get it, boy. Let's get it.
Let's get them Waffle Houses. I like them plucked, fucked, and ready to go.
Let's get them Waffle Houses. Why are we going to the Waffle House?
That shit's good.
Is it though?
I mean, it's way better than fucking Denny's.
Listen, I haven't been to a Denny's in.
Don't go. It's sad. I went a couple weeks ago.
Well, why are you going?
I only went because that was the only fucking thing open.
Well, why was it the only thing open?
Because I wasn't near a Waffle House or IHOP. IHOP closes early now.
Well, that sounds like a problem, doesn't it, Vince?
It sure is.
Jeez Louise, this guy. Why are you always getting in trouble? You're always getting in trouble.
I'm never in trouble. Wait a minute. Don't get it twisted. I'm never in trouble.
I'm not buying that, sir.
Well, see. Look, I don't know where you're getting a punch in the face at, but I'm not doing that.
You think?
All right, let's moving on from the women's champion. What else we got?
All right,
Dan.
So we got plenty here. We got a whole bunch of crap. We just got a ton of nothing.
This is getting out of hand. They had to take him away. It was cool when the Inner Circle was taken over, but this whole learning tree. This is the listen. I know Mad Dog. This is your favorite wrestler, but this is the stupidest storyline I've ever seen Jericho do. It's not funny.
Come on.
It's not entertaining. It's a waste of time. It's and then for me to think that Jericho can buy a Bentley, and he don't even live in the fucking city. That's the funny part. I don't believe it.
Let him know. Let him know.
I don't believe it.
There you go. Back to the Future musical was great. Glad you enjoyed it, Mad Dog. Glad you enjoyed it. Were you able? But the big question is, were you able to have an ice cream past 9 o'clock?
You're wrong.
What?
You're wrong, Jeff. Yes, you're saying about the learning tree. I really. And then I watched this guy in the ring tonight. It's a bum. He's a bum. You want to talk about a bum? He's a bum. He's wrestling.
Some ice cream, Vince.
He's wrestling in a jacket that has orange juice poured on him, and he doesn't have the moveset no more. He can't do the flips. It's not good.
Okay. Well, if that's what you feel. You know what? I think I just didn't have enough ice cream. I had it before 9.
My 16-year-old niece wrestles better than Jericho right now.
Listen, I think your hate on Jericho right now is a problem, and you need to calm down.
I love Jericho. I just don't think this is a good look for him.
What? I don't think you would know good professional wrestling if it came and it smacked you in the face.
You're probably right, Dan. You're probably right. I mean, I can't believe you didn't like last night's NXT show. It was fantastic.
It wasn't because you literally were crying.
No, I wasn't crying. You wanted to get.
You told me how. I did because it was time to go. Here's the thing. I don't know if people fully grasp or understand what you go through to have to go to one of these shows. And I'm not going to sit and complain about being able to go because it is a privilege. But you have to sign up, and then they send you an email once you sign up. And then not only that, once you do this, you have to confirm. Then they send you a follow-up email to confirm. Then you go and you have to show up, and you're around a bunch of dudes that literally do this every week, which is creepy that they can literally take this time every single week, every day, and spend not just 2 hours, because there's another 4 hours that goes into the process of getting to and from. And not a single one of them knows what soap or deodorant is. Okay. And they get you on a bus, and they sit you down in it around 5 o'clock. And mind you, the show does not even start till 8. So you're sitting on the bus for at least an hour, probably more like an hour and a half. And while you're sitting on this bus, you're trying to entertain yourself. Everyone's getting miserable at this point because you're just sitting there. And once after that, you're moving on. You finally start taking off, and you're like, oh, wow. It's like the kid, like when you're like 9 and you're like going to Disney World, you're like, I'm going to Disney. But you're really not just going to Disney. You're going through the hype of going to Disney, because now it's not just going into the Magic Kingdom. You got to park. And then you got to take the monorail or the ferry over, which is another 20 minutes in itself. So what are we really doing? And then once you're on this bus, you got to get off the bus, and they give you these wristbands, and then you can only get back on this bus. And then they're freaking out. Everyone's acting like they've never been here before. You go inside, they're patting you down, they're wanting you, you're going through metal detectors, and you go and you sit in seats, and you're squished up like this. And let me tell you, I'm not going to shame anybody, but you don't always end up next to people that make you feel very comfortable, because you're squished in. And then you have to sit there for at least an hour before the show even starts. And then it takes about 45 minutes to an hour once the show's over to get back to your car.
Well,
So we're talking
last night
from
didn't
5
take us that
to
long.
11 every Tuesday is what it takes to do NXT. Every Tuesday. And there's people, that's not even counting the people that are there camping out that have no life, no jobs, doing the exact same thing that they do every single week. So when people want to complain about it, now you know why. Go on.
Oh man, you're not wrong, Dan. It does take a lot out of you, and that's why, listen. If I was lucky enough yesterday to get there at a reasonable time, and I got in 30 minutes prior to the show, I mean, that's what I'm gonna do next time. I'm not gonna get there fucking butt ass early. I'm gonna get there late.
It was a pleasure, Ron. Listen, it was good for everyone to hang out. It was good to see the boys. I haven't been to an NXT in years, in like a year. And let me tell you, I don't not like NXT. It's just a hassle. And it needs to become less of a hassle. And I really don't want to be cramped up next to somebody who hasn't showered in days. And they don't even have the decency to put on some deodorant.
I agree.
That's my problem.
I agree. Well, we have one more match to get into, don't we?
We did? We do have another match.
The Learning Tree versus Iron Savages Casino Gauntlet match. I mean, this match has everybody. FTR, Ospreay, and Fletcher.
I did sit next to Vince. And it was a struggle. Because I was squished up against somebody else. Squished. I was even on TV. Apparently Jay sent us the whole picture. Vince is over here recording the whole damn thing, and Daniel's over here with his hands over his face like he's never seen something. We were on TV, dude?
No, was Jay there?
No, he saw it on TV.
Oh.
No. So what I'm talking about, okay, and first off, don't even get me going on Mr. David over here. Mr. David, listen, David literally disappeared for damn near an hour to the bathroom.
Yeah, he took a shitter.
I mean, bro, that had to be unholy. I don't know what was released there, but that cannot be good. That man's bowels should be crystal clear at this point. I mean, he basically ran some Crisco through that. All right. He put some Valvoline in the engine.
Oof.
I'm just saying. All right. When you go to the bathroom and disappear for an hour, and I turn back over and there's some random dude in the seat, I'm like, what the hell happened to David? Oh, I'm David. What do you mean? These guys are jokers. I can't even take this serious.
So like I was saying, FTR.
He was watching the commercial.
Fletcher, Righteousness, Undisputed Kingdom, The Acclaim, M&M Collection, Top Flight, the Outrunners, and the Grizzled Young Veterans were all in the match. I mean, this was a free-for-all, man. This was a pretty crazy match. I don't even think the referee knew what was going on.
No, I don't think many people did.
This was I'm confused on why they do matches like this. Like, I feel like it happens more and more often. Like, Tony Khan will start putting matches together, and then he'll take them and run them into the dirt. Like, I can't tell you how many gauntlet matches we've seen in the last couple of months. Like, it happens all the time.
It happens a lot, and it's getting to the point where it's unnecessary.
Yes.
Because why do we need to have this many gauntlet matches?
The Young Bucks are on the stage watching this match because they're going to get the chance to face whoever wins the gauntlet, and I really thought FTR was going to take this.
Why did you think that?
I don't know. I mean, I think their last run was very short, so I was thinking maybe them Them or the grizzled young vets?
Really? Okay. That's interesting.
Well, my thing is, isn't Osprey and Fletcher? Are they going to put them against each other soon?
Well, I mean, they're in a tag team right now. I think it would
No,
make
I
the
know,
most.
but that's the thing, though. I keep hearing they're gonna go against each other, and they're in a tag team. I'm kind of confused.
I mean, I think it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's got to be a matter of time at this point, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe by end of year. Does that sound right?
Yeah,
End of
it
year?
does sound. Yeah, yep, it does.
I mean, that's got to be. It's got to be. I mean, maybe I'm crazy.
I think you are crazy.
I mean, I'm always pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that, guys.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good to me. All right, let's see. So you inevitably you're I mean, your winners of this match, are going to receive this tag team title shot, which Osprey and Fletcher did win. Um, you know, I don't know that Osprey and Fletcher are going to beat FTR. I mean, I don't know that anyone's expecting them to beat FTR. I mean, are you expecting them to do that at this point?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. So, beyond that, what did you think? I mean, did you think this was one of the better matches of the night? Did you? I
No,
mean,
I thought it was unnecessary. I really did.
why?
Because this is always it's always crazy. It's nonsense. It really is. It's nonsense. And they could have made this a triple threat and had 3 tag teams. What the hell? What is that? What
What?
the hell was that?
What is what?
Maybe it's in my headphones. I don't know. They could have done a triple threat match and it made it a lot easier. And if you just turned into the show at the end of the show, you would have never known what was going on at all. It was just chaos.
There was a lot of chaos. There was. I agree.
It was
That
just,
is
it was out of control because, I mean, you had a clock counting you down, and it just I don't know. It wasn't a good look. I don't think it was a good look.
So let me ask you this: what did you think of the segment where the conglomeration dumped $7,000 in pennies into or quarters, or it was a mix change into Jericho Bentley?
I thought it was. So whenever you see a nice car or something that somebody has, you're thinking the worst of it. You're thinking they're going to destroy it. They're going to paint on it. They're going to throw something in it. I was not expecting quarters.
It was an annoyance, I think.
Huh?
It was an annoyance.
Well, it was because it wasn't as bad. It's like, okay, yeah, it's a lot of quarters, but I mean, it might take a couple hours to get the quarters out of there. But I'd rather have quarters dumped on my car than a bunch of dirt inside.
Well, I think most people probably share that opinion.
Yeah.
I mean,
just and then Jericho made it look like Jericho had the same face Vince McMahon had when they put cement in his Corvette back in the Attitude Era. It wasn't that serious.
Those were the days.
Those were the days. Yes, Jeff, it does remind you of the Stone Cold and Vince McMahon era.
It's Stone Cold. It's Stone Cold. It's Stone Cold. So one thing we did learn tonight is we are getting Darby Allin and Jon Moxley finally, and we're also getting Bryan Danielson against Nigel McGuinness for the championship at Grand Slam.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
I hope they turn that match into like some kind of hardcore or no disqualification because it would make more sense.
I mean, I'm glad these two are finally getting a chance to go at it because I feel it's so long overdue.
Yeah, for sure. But I got to tell you, man, you know, I really do feel like we need to before we give our actual grade of the show tonight. I think we need to let everybody know what's going on in the world of UPR if you don't know. And I'm going to put them up here on the Monday, every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's the Mike Knox Show. This man holds it down every week. AEW, NXT, WWE, no matter what it is, SmackDown, Raw. He's going to tell you the Mike Knox way every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's the Raw Review Show with the executive consultant. And I think Steve's doing it now, right? Big Daddy Cool?
Steve.
Yeah. Over there on Tuesday nights, NXT Review, 10 o'clock. It's the Wrestling Doll and our buddy Ron that we just saw. Thanks for coming down, man. It was great having you, hanging out with you. Wednesday nights, you can always hold it down right here with me and Dan the Man. And hopefully Caitie's going to come back. You know, we miss Caitie, and we hope. There she is. The Cactus herself.
Oh my gosh, she looks like she's coming straight to us from a third world country.
It's not Afghanistan this time, guys.
Not Afghanistan,
but
it.
Hear you.
Look, it's even coming back with some feedback and in the form of an echo.
I can't even hear you.
I just had to jump on and give you guys a little break because I'm sure everybody is falling asleep from all the ruckus that you guys were providing tonight.
Dude, I don't think that's correct. I don't think you fall asleep with a ruckus.
I know, but it's okay.
I don't. That's not correct verbiage.
Well, I mean that's what makes our show so wonderful, right?
Yes.
I mean it must be. And look, Jeff's even here, ready and waiting for you.
For sure.
Well, I'm here to say, I know I'm getting so much love. Love you all. I will be back next week. So we will get this show more under control, more streamlined. That's my goal. So, woo-woo.
I am holding my breath.
I know, guys. Everybody's so excited. I love it. Thank you. But yes, next week. You're just jealous, Dan. You're super jealous.
I'm jealous.
Vinny, he's clocked out 10 minutes ago.
Oh man,
I don't even know what's going on.
30 minutes ago.
Well, we've been on for 58 minutes, so probably more like 42.
I don't know if you saw me falling asleep.
Was that part of the whole NXT rant that Vinny was putting on?
Oh my gosh. I put on the NXT rant, did I not?
Well, he started it, and then you just copied. That's how the show went.
Oh. That just sounds lovely to me, doesn't it?
Ah.
I love
dance moves.
I can hear myself.
I know. I gotta get off, because I am supposedly in Afghanistan.
No one said that. We just said third world country.
Last week you said Afghanistan.
Well, right now you actually are coming in clear. Before coming in all pixelated like you were, stuck in an AI.
I mean, I like AI.
Do you like AI?
They can change my hair. You can make me look thinner.
So basically what I'm hearing is you like AI because it makes you look fake.
There's only so much I can do right here.
Well, you got to make do with what God gave you.
There you go.
Like the old, what's the old adage? Don't let the door hit you, where the good Lord split you.
I have enough of that. It'll be okay.
Dang. That's where we're going with this.
Are you happy to have me back?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great time.
There you go, bad guy. I had the best dance moves. You guys miss karaoke. You missed my rendition of Ocean Avenue. It was on point.
All right, guys.
Dan, what would you give tonight's show?
Coming off a pretty good run here of pay-per-views, I would say this did a pretty good job of advancing a lot of storylines, which has been the knock on AEW, is the fact that they have nothing of any interest. I find myself kind of wrapped up in a few different things that are interesting right now. I wish I could say Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho is one of them, but I cannot. So I am interested in Moxley at this point, and Bryan Danielson. I am interested in Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness. I am also interested in the whole situation right now with Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. I'm also interested to see how this leads with FTR and their reign of terror. What is next for Mariah May? We really don't have, I don't think, anything specifically solid with that yet. Jack Perry's continuing on, so there's really nothing set in foundation with him either. And they still haven't really done much with Ricochet and Guevara at this point. But we are really kind of in a heat at this point.
When do you think Mox is gonna challenge Danielson? Wrestle Dream?
I mean, I think that's probably the most logical thing at this point. Well,
what about World's End?
It's a possibility. I can see Mox ending Danielson's career, like full-time career, full-time.
Right.
I could see that.
I think that would be respectful.
I mean, I think that's definitely right up the alley of it. I do think we're going to get a decent little run with Bryan Danielson here, but I don't think it's going to last through January.
I agree. We'll
just
have to figure out when it's going to be. Wow, Vince, welcome back to the show.
Let's give it a B+.
I'm gonna give it a C-.
And what would you give that stuff last night?
A B+.
You know what I give this show?
Vince, I'm about to click you off.
You know what I give you this show? No, don't mute him. God forbid, don't fucking mute him.
Oh boy, we're gonna see this guy blow up and might have a small aneurysm.
All right, guys. Well, check us next week at 10, 10:15, 10:30, sometime during that time.
We'll see.
We'll see how we feel. And we will catch you guys next week. Yeah. Exactly.
Or this one. That's how I feel about Vince a lot.
Keep going, Dan. Keep going.
Oh, do you want to do this one?
Oh,
the wrestling match to end all wrestling matches?
No, I like this one.
Every Wednesday night, right around 10:15, we do have our Dynamite review show with your three co-hosts, myself, Dan the Man, Venomous Vincent, as well as Cactus Caitie, who is making her full return next week, as well as the news with the Mad Dog. I actually thought you should have came in and did your segment tonight with the news.
You think I should have done the news?
You should have done the news.
Yeah, I'm not that talented. That's a Mad Dog specialty.
I think it would have been okay this time.
I'm going to leave that up to Mad Dog. We miss him, and we're excited to have him back next week as well.
He'll be back next week. All right, guys. That's going to conclude our review for Dynamite. I'm Dan the Man. We will see you next week.
Peace out, guys.
Take care, guys.
Hey, it's Mariah May. You may know me as The Glamour, and you're watching Unpopular Review.